We're going to take our last call. Working for you, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Les Roy, and good afternoon, Prime Minister Acting Sean Richards.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Rusty Lyward here. Mr. Richards, I heard you speaking about the young people and the good stuff that young people are doing. I'd like to make a suggestion, if possible. Some of the stuff that you mentioned, I couldn't really follow on the internet or I haven't heard on the radio stations that I listen to. I believe that the promotion of these young people and the good that they're doing, I think should be bombarded in our media, television, radio, on the internet, wherever we can put our good news about our young people. As you rightly said, I believe that more young people are doing good than those who are doing bad. I think that the PR of the young people can also be a tool in the fight against crime. So, you know, if these young people can get pushed, I know that I said does a good story now and then. If whatever these young people are doing, if we can highlight these activities, I think it would speak wonders for the young generation that we have. And so some kids somewhere might want to emulate, you know, whatever is being said about these young people. I really think that we young people, I keep saying we, I gotta remember I'm not so young anymore, but I keep saying that young people, say?
You're as young as you feel.
Yes, I keep saying that young people need that image. They need to be pushed by those activities. Just because they watch TV and they see the bad thing and they do that, let them see the good stuff. And you might get more people wanting to emulate that. So any kind of PR activity promoting these young people who are doing good in schools, in church, wherever it is, I think it would be a good idea. Just a suggestion I wanted to make. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Lyward. That concern came up in the meeting which was held with the staff this week. Our media presence as a youth empowerment department. One young lady there at the meeting spoke to the fact that in the past a newsletter was produced, but because of the cost of doing so, that came to an end. What was said to her is that, interestingly, at the meeting I attended in Jamaica earlier this month, you had persons there complaining that they live in Jamaica, but yet they knew nothing of the meeting. And you had persons from outside of Jamaica who made a similar complaint. Now, the very same young people said that young people do not listen to radio, they don't watch as much TV, including news in particular, and they certainly don't buy newspapers, they don't read newspapers. They said if you need to reach them, then you need to use social media. And so I said to the young lady when she made that statement that, okay, you're speaking about a newsletter being printed on paper, but the young people are saying that they don't read newsletters, they don't read newspapers. And so we must bring back the newsletter and use the very same social media that the young people are now utilizing to disseminate the newsletter. They refer to the fact that, and ZIZ may not like to hear this, but they once had a program on the steps produced right here at the ZIZ, but in terms of the content and everything else done by the young people. But it became costly for them to continue, for the department to continue to do so. I recognize that ZIZ is now a statutory corporation, and of course you have bills to pay, and so you need to make money in order to pay those bills. But I think we need to work together to ensure that the agenda of the young people in particular, the agenda of the young people, that agenda is met. So we are going to make a much greater effort to ensure that you hear of the achievements, you hear of the different things being undertaken by the Youth Empowerment Department via the media. I even said to the department that when persons think of the youth department, they associate it with 25 most remarkable teen. They associate youth empowerment with the summer camp. And perhaps the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors. Those are the programs that persons know of coming from the youth department. Now, they outlined a number of other programs which they are currently undertaking or which they would have undertaken in the past. But obviously, as the caller pointed out, not enough is being done to let the public know, to let the public feel the impact of the Youth Empowerment Department. Our mandate going forward is to ensure that we change that. And the first way or the best way for us to do that is to ensure that we have programs in place that the young people themselves can say, be it to their parents, their teachers, or whoever they so choose, that I am a part of this program which has been organized by the Youth Empowerment Department. This program is impacting me positively. By doing that, I think ZIZ will want to ensure that we get the good rates to bring programs here at ZIZ, that the Ministry of Finance would want to give us the necessary financing to have those programs in place, and that other stakeholders would come on board to assist the Youth Empowerment Department.
With that said, Deputy Prime Minister, do you have any final words? We're out of time.
Yes, in closing, again, Mr. Williams, I want to thank you. I want to thank ZIZ and the media personnel here who have joined us week after week for this program, working for you. This, as I said earlier, is an outstanding venue to interact with the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, because this government is a people's government, and so we need to hear from the people. We need to educate the people. I want to thank the various teams within the Ministry of Education, Sports, Youth, and Culture. We are a team, and especially as a new minister, what we have accomplished thus far could not have been accomplished without your support. Again, I also want to thank the Prime Minister. I want to thank the members of Cabinet for their continued support. This is indeed a transformational moment in our history, and we must seize the moment, not on behalf of ourselves, but on behalf of the good people of the Great Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. What you, the people, are seeing is only the beginning of bigger and better things to come. Last, but by no means least, I want to thank the people of St. Kitts and Nevis for giving Team Unity the opportunity to become their government. You have given us the inspiration that we need to take this country forward. It is the dawn of a new age, an age where we intend to bring prosperity to all of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. As I close, I want to again say thanks to my own constituents, the people of constituency number 5, and to take this opportunity to invite them to a town hall meeting this evening at 7 p.m. at the Sandy Point Community Center, where we can go into even greater details with some of the programs I would have spoken about here this afternoon, and also some of the programs which will be coming to the people of constituency number 5. Thank you.
Well, with that said, I want to thank you, Acting Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Sean Richards, for being on the show today. I thank you for tuning in again to another edition of Working for You. I am your host, Lesroy Williams. Remember, tomorrow there's a rebroadcast on Freedom FM at 7:30 to 9 a.m. and on Von Radio 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Good day, and remember, that the Team Unity government is working for you. See you next week.